It's hard to say who is busier in the gardens in the fall, the insects or devoted gardeners. One thing you can count on: fall beauty. And here at Majestic View Nature Center in the heart of Arvada, the demonstration garden paints a picture of Mother Nature's best.
We have beautiful color, we have texture, we have a lot of pollinating insects that are taking advantage of this, a lot of late blooming things right now. So it's just gorgeous right now.
The honeybees live up to the saying, busy as a bee, swarming over blossoms planted just for them.
We actually have a whole zone that we call the butterfly and pollinating area. So it's from early spring, midsummer, all the way through late fall.
First planted in 2009, the garden was designed as a demonstration garden for xeric landscaping.
So all of the plants here in the garden, they're water conserving, they're regionally appropriate, and most of them have tags on them so people can walk through and decide what may work in their landscapes.
In just 6 years, the perennials matured beautifully.
For years we saw a lot of the mulch around the plants. Now we see a lot of the full mature plants.
And in 2015, the gardens expanded with a trail going south along Garrison into the old Kennedy property.
Mrs. Kennedy, the previous owner of the property, had some beautiful rose gardens, so we're doing some restoration work there as well.
With 25,000 square feet of plants to care for, there is plenty to be done year-round. Along with the city's parks maintenance staff, volunteers called Friends of Majestic View Garden dig in when needed.
Majestic View is just a gem of a place, and it's something that we need to preserve and nurture and care for.
So while sweeping grasses reach for the sky, volunteers and staff reach for the weeds. Majestic View Nature Center offers classes on gardening tips and often counts on the expertise of the CSU Extension Division for help with those.
They do classes from water conserving plants to beneficial insects, that kind of thing. So they're one of our partners that we're real thankful for.
At this time of year, the topic always turns to how to prepare a garden for winter.
The plants naturally sense when you have the shorter days and the longer nights. So you have warm days and you have cool nights. That is a trigger for many plants that photosynthesize that it is time to stop photosynthesizing and store what reserves they need in the root system to sustain them through the winter time.
Gardeners can help. Here are some tips for putting the garden to bed.
Get out there and clean up dead plant material, diseased plant material. Do not put any diseased plant material in a compost pile. And certainly go over the mulch that you have laid down in your perennial bed. It is good to stir it up to disturb any insect larvae, insect eggs that need to be exposed to the cold temperatures that are coming, because a lot of insects will overwinter in our soil. Now is a good time to prune out any dead material, do any reshaping. The other thing is dividing perennials that need to be divided. A perennial will grow from the center and move outward as it grows. The inside of the plant will start to thin out. That's a good indication it's time to divide those perennials. The next thing that needs to occur is wait for the hard freeze and then do your mulching, which is important because any of those insect larvae that you have disturbed will be exposed to that freeze. Make sure that your mulch levels are at least 3 inches around those perennials and small shrubs.
Once there is snow cover, gardens still need moisture at the root level.
And I realize that hoses and sprinkler systems are turned off. Even going out with a watering can or a deep root water, if you can unroll your hose just for a short period of time.
Carrie advises checking the soil monthly.
The snow doesn't provide as much moisture as one would think.
Oh, and one more thing, take a picture of your fall garden.
So that come spring, if you had forgotten anything, any projects that you wanted to do, you'll know where to start out in the spring.
And last but perhaps most important, embrace the changing seasons. For more information about Majestic View Nature Center's garden and classes, give them a call at 720-898-7405. If you would like additional information about gardening tips from the CSU Extension Office, you'll find them online at extension.colostate.edu.